And I'm excited. Prosecco is one of the most popular summertime beverages.
Yep, this morning we're checking out what pairs best with this bubbly beverage. And we have Prosecco's executive chef, Mark Sparacino, with more. That's how you say it, right?
Sparacino, very good. I love your accent.
It's better when you do it. So Prosecco is one of the longest standing restaurants in River North, 10 years, which is like dog years.
I don't know about that, but yeah, it is a long time. 10 years is a long time as all these restaurants are coming on board. Like every couple weeks, someone's rolling out a new restaurant. But it's great. It does a lot for our industry. I think it really keeps everyone on their toes.
I'm just so excited because I have never been here. Obviously, I'm born and raised here in Chicago. I have been working on my career, but I just don't know how I've never been here. So you guys are located at 710 North Wells.
Yes.
Okay, and today we're talking about what's going to pair well with Prosecco. So I see you have, it looks like you have a couple of different kinds here. What do we need to know? What's first?
So well, you know what? So Prosecco comes in a very dry or a medium or a very sweet. The unfortunate thing is they try and fool you. So the Brut is going to be a little bit more dry, where the extra dry is actually going to be a little bit more sweet. So it's kind of in reverse. You know, because they're Italian, they just want to mess with you a little bit.
It's fancy, right?
So what we're going to go with, we're going to go with something a little bit drier over here with the burrata and the fresh peaches and the cherries. So just so they can kind of counteract against each other. Okay. And then over here we're going to do
burrata is cheese, right?
Okay, so the burrata is a cream-filled mozzarella cheese. We import it from Puglia once a week. So, and it's actually made with cow's milk cheese as opposed to like bufala.
What?
Bufala, like mozzarella cheese.
I just love it. That's how you know you're talking to a chef, because I say mozzarella, we're going to get some ricotta, stuff like that. And he's like, ricotta.
I think it's important to roll your tongue. You roll your R's.
Well, when you do it, we like it.
Thank you, girls.
So what are we going to taste? I'm ready to taste.
So I think we should go ahead and, oh, good thing I've got spoons.
Oh, perfect.
Hey.
All right.
So we're going to try this one first?
Yeah, why don't we try this one? Awesome. So you can have a little sip of that Prosecco.
This Prosecco?
Okay.
Yeah. Do we do the food first or the...
I would take a little bite of the food and then a little swig of the Prosecco to kind of help.
And this is featured at your restaurant?
This is actually featured right now. The beautiful peaches and the pears peaches and cherries are coming from some of our local farmers markets. I still import the cheese.
Those cherries are amazing.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay. And so so walk me through it. Tell me what I should be tasting, because I just taste wine and I just want to keep drinking.
So you're tasting some very crisp bubbles. Okay, and it's a little bit drier, so I balance is because it's already a kind of a sweeter dish. Even though this is an appetizer, some people choose to feature this or to enjoy it as a dessert because it does have those sweet aspects to it. But I think it goes very nicely with a much drier, crisper Prosecco, small bubbles, and crisp and clean.
So you want to, it's like opposites attract. You want to pair the Prosecco with the opposite food.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
I agree with that. That's a very good analogy. My gosh. Okay, and then over here, we're just going to make just a very simple salad. I got all these wonderful pears from one of our friends that own an orchard, outside of Chicago, actually. One of my mom's family friends.
We love local.
It's everything, the peaches, the pears, the cherries, as much of it that I can get that's local is. So we've actually then paired it with some Granny Smith apples. So we've got some very nice, crisp Granny Smith apples. There's a little bit of...
it smells delicious.
Does it smell good? Thank you so much. So there's a little bit of parsley in here that also came from the farmer's market. We're just going to go with the little parsley leaves, throw those in there, and then some of the leaves that come off of the celery as well, and some shaved celery. We're just going to go ahead and give this a toss. The dressing that I decided to go with is a blood orange citronette. So a citronette is nothing more than a vinaigrette made with something that's citrus, right? So there's some olive oil, a little touch of Dijon mustard, very simple.
That's actually pretty healthy because there's not too much stuff in there.
There's really not a lot of stuff. Well, we're going to throw some cheese in here in a second.
Okay.
Okay. So
well, throw it on me.
So now.
Felicia, lay it on me.
Oh, Felicia.
Oh, Felicia.
We're going to also.
Usually people say bye, Felicia.
I wouldn't do that. We'll also do.
Felicia,
a little bit of toasted walnuts. We have a little bit of gorgonzola. Then again, we have the apples and the pears and the fresh herbs. And then I just pulled it together with a little baby arugula. My intent was to go with some frisee, but unfortunately it wasn't available on the market today.
What is frisee?
Frisee is kind of a spiky little green. It also has a bitter aspect to it.
I really feel like I'm in like a vocabulary class as
well
as a cooking class.
You girls can come to my class anytime you want.
You have classes?
Sure.
Okay, you will have classes. No, seriously.
I mean, for you too?
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Okay, so this is sweet or savory?
This is a little bit more rustic, and you have a little bit of sweet, right? And then we have the earthiness from the walnuts, and then the gorgonzola is going to give it a pungency. And unfortunately, I feel so bad. All I brought were these spoons.
That's why we got spoons.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. I should have had.
We like each other. We'll share.
All
It's
right.
all good.
That's why we got spoons.
But what kind of Prosecco do we pair with this?
Okay, so now for this one, we are drinking this Prosecco over here, and this one is going to have, it's going to be more medium. I didn't bring anything too sweet today, so I went with the dry,
That's good. I don't
and then I
want the
went
sweet.
medium. And a lot of times people say, oh, I don't care for Prosecco so much because it's so sweet. But what they don't know is there's many different types of Prosecco. Some are made in
Let's
the
just
method
taste
Chef
it,
and
Chef
Was.
Mark.
Go. Can I
Chef Mark,
have a
let's
toast
just-
with you girls?
Let's talk
You
and more
gotta
sipping.
just get the alcohol.
A little less of this and a little more of this.
Oh, let's
Chin chin, girls.
cheers.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awkward silence while we sip.
It's so good.
But you see,
It's
this is
medium.
It's really delicious.
This is medium.
It's definitely different.
It's going to allow the
I'm going back to
flavors
dry.
of the salad to kind of stand through. If you had something too sweet with this, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's really, everything is so fresh and delicious. Thank you for explaining all of this, the vocab, the Prosecco. We really appreciate it.
I'm coming
Thank
to
you.
see you, okay?
Please,
I'm coming
come
to
look
see
for
you.
me. I'm always in the back. I'm back there. I'm wiping plates. I'm garnishing. Seriously, everything
I
goes through
know.
me that goes out to the dining room.
I'll have to come from at a non-busy time.
That's a real restaurant
no,
owner there.
Yes.
Do everything. All right, well, Prosecco is located at 710 North Wells in River North.